So, like, a lot of people will come to me and they'll just say, like, Donnie, uh, your learning channels have changed my life. And I'm like, I know. And they're like, what would be good is if you did other things on it, what made us even better. And I'm like, yes, I agree 100%. Like, for example, think one thing I should probably do is like tell people how they should be acting in their lives. You know, because like what you want is somebody to be able to know instantaneously that you're a gentleman of refinery or gentlewoman if that's what you are. I don't know. I don't even care. Whatever, it doesn't matter to me. And so like one of the things what I was thinking that I would do is I would be like, what kind of Halloween candy should you give out? Because if you think about it for a second, and you probably should, you'll be judged on this by your whole neighborhood. Your whole neighborhood's gonna like make evaluations on you based on what kind of candies what you give out. If you don't give out the right ones, what's gonna happen? You could be judged quite harshly. So I mean, there's a couple that are probably pretty safe. Like I would say one of the safe ones would be like a Butterfingers, for example. Right? I mean, think about it for a second. You butter when you get butter, it's just a straight rectangle, no fingers. You know, like when you open it up, no fingers on the butter, and it's good because I mean, if you think about it for a second, it would be really creepy if you opened up the butter and be like, something like that. It would be just like whoa. And so if you give the Butterfingers away, it's two good things right there. First, they're quite tasty, and it's not any really big surprise because if you think about it for a second, butter tastes pretty good too. Sometimes I'll have like a whole stick of it. I put on a bread and just wrap it up like a crepe. That's pretty good. And so it makes perfect sense that the fingers are tasty as well. It just makes perfect sense. So there's that, and you just take that and you're being efficient because instead of going to waste, you're giving the fingers to the kids to eat. No waste. It's like, it's good. So like that's all a good thing. M&Ms are pretty good too. Except one problem that you'll have with the M&Ms, the brown ones are disgusting. They're really gross. Sometimes I'll eat a brown M&M by accident, and I'll be like, and it's just disgusting. So I mean, you got to be able to have the time to take the brown ones out. And me, with my current employment circumstances, I have the time. I'm a gentleman of lesions. So, I mean, I can just, I have the time to do it. And so M&Ms are good. I will place them in crystal bowls around my house. If I had visitors, they would eat from it, the bowls. But it's just me most of the time. And I think all of them are empty now. But that's a thing to do. I really like Hershey squirts. The little silver wrapped chocolates, the Hershey squirt ones. I get the Hershey squirts all the time. I love that. And there's an emoticon in the phones for Hershey squirts. And so people will like say, hey, Donnie, what are you doing? And I'll text them back, I'm eating. And then I send back the emoticon for the Hershey squirt. And they're like, oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, they don't say that exactly, but you can tell that's what they're thinking because of how long they don't talk to you again. So, I mean, those are three right off the bat. I mean, I think you're all set even just with that if you think about it. It's kind of, that's all you need. But, you know, there's ones that you might think of because you're not smart that you do, like apples. Come on. Like, don't you even know about apples? That's where people put razor blades. They put razor blades in apples. That's why I never buy any apples from the store. In fact, one of the things I would suggest, I would not, if I were you, I would not eat anything that you have not unwrapped yourself. I mean, think about it for a second. Just think about it. If you go to the grocery store, there's you don't see just Cheetos lying around. Never, right? They're vacuum sealed bag, all the candy bars, all of them, all wrapped. All of them are wrapped. But lettuce, it's just sitting right out there. Like right out in the air with the disease. And broccoli and the apples that we talked about. Just it's right out there. It's insane. It's freaking ridiculous. It's completely unsanitationized. And, I don't even know why people do it. It's crazy. It's scary, is what it is. It's terrifying. And I was trying to tell the guy that. I mean, if you think about it for a second, that's really scary. And he's like, well, we don't need any help at the haunted house this year because we don't even know if we're going to open because of the thing. And I'm like, oh, geez. But this is a good idea. Like, I mean, even if you weren't going to open, you could open with an idea like that. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, imagine if I was like the guy on the block for the trick-or-treaters who gave out Necco wafers. That's pretty scary. Like, if you think about it, like somebody giving away Necco wafers for Halloween, like, what kind of monster are you? I think it's scary. I mean, it's as scary as Freddy Krueger. But he was like, oh, I don't even know. Can't do it. I don't think it went that well. But, man, I should probably, check. But, I mean, you could, if you if you agree and you think this is the kind of thing that's going to be helpful to you in your life, which is probably pretty pathetic, and you need to learn more about how to be stuff, then you should probably subscribe to this channel and expand it on your horizons. Be like smart. Don't be stupid. That's just ridiculous. And if you were to subscribe to the channel, you'd be smart, which you're really not right now. Let's be honest about that. And so, then you could do it, and then you could get of learnings so much. And people be like, man, you're like a different person now. And you're like, I know. I just realized that you're an idiot. And that's, that'd be good. I guess there's a bell that you can ring too. But I don't think it went that well. He said he would call me back. And I don't know how he's going to do that because, he never took my number. But I should probably check. Maybe got a text. Yeah, I should check that. Okay, cut. Yeah. There's nothing.